What's up, guys? Today's another Music Gear Monday. We are looking at Pioneer's latest update to Rekordbox 6 stems, which allows you to isolate drums, vocals, or the instruments. We're going to look at that feature today and how to map it to our RX3, a controller that I personally use. Let's do it. All right, so we've got Rekordbox open right now, and as you can see, just above the little platter icon, you have drums, vocals, and instruments. These buttons will enable you to isolate just the specifics, the drums, the vocals, and the instrument. In order to enable this feature, you need to go to settings and you need to go to extensions. Under extensions, you need to click this enable track separation function. Once you enable this track separation function, you will have drums, vocals, and instruments displayed right above the platter here. These are the different settings that you can change inside of Rekordbox. Active part isolation, all can change. If you go to custom, you can change the way the buttons are configured, or you can have it not display at all. Right now, we just want it on auto because we're just getting into using it. Some of these features are enabled for when you are using 4-channel controllers. So if you're using Pioneer's new Flex controllers where they have 4 channels and you can use all 4 digital channels, you can actually see the parts on your decks top and bottom while you play. I'll put a link in the description below for some videos on that as well. You can increase the memory size for analysis. If you have a good processor on your computer, probably want to allow some of this stuff. If you don't have, a really fast computer, I would not recommend selecting some of these features. So anyway, once you have that enabled, you're able to hop in here and use your mouse and just click off or on as far as what music you want to be playing here. I have this song in here and these parts are active as far as being able to play them live. I have mapped them to my beat jump buttons, something that I don't use as much. So right now I have my RX3, I have it mapped to my beat jump, and I have pads 5, 6, and 7 mapped to be able to control the isolation. And you can see the waveform on the RX3 does not change like it does inside of the software where you only see the vocal or you only see the drums or whatnot. It just stays the same as the full song. In order to see that change, you have to be looking at the software and you can see where the actual waveform changes to be, matching whatever you selected, whether it's just the drums or the vocal or whatnot. In order to get your RX3 working and mapped, you're going to have to hop into your MIDI settings, and I'm going to show you that right now. So inside of Rekordbox, we want to go to MIDI, and this is specifically for the RX3. If you have a FL6, a Flex controller, there's a lot of controllers where you can automatically just click on pad mode up here, and it will allow you to, set it up within 15 seconds. It's just an automatic setting. With the RX3, it's a little bit more complicated. You have to go into this MIDI settings, and you have to click add down here. So I've added these parts. So instrument, vocal, drums, instrument, vocal, drums. This is on deck 2. This is on deck 1. And to do that, I hit add track separation and then drums, and then I add vocal, and then I add instrument. Once you do that, you have to change a set of 3. So you have to change the second set of 3 right here. This drums, I have to put it on deck 2. This vocal, I have to put it on deck 2. And this instrument, I have to put it on deck 2. So deck 2, I have already mapped. Once I add those, then I want to find out what pad I want to use. So to do that on the RX3, you want to go to the section you want to map it to. So I'm going to go to beat jump, and under beat jump, I want to map these 3 buttons right here. So these 3 buttons are what I want to map to do my active parts. And to do that, we're going to go into the software. We're going to click on the part we want to map. We're going to click on learn. Then we're going to click on that button we want to map. So we clicked on the button on the controller. Inside the software, a little screen pops up. It says this MIDI code is already assigned. It says pad, beat jump pad 7. It tells you the MIDI in and MIDI out's 9536. So we want to say, okay, now that we found that, beat jump pad 7. So we want to click off learn, go into pad. We want to go to beat jump pad 7. So we're going to find beat jump pad 7. So beat jump pad 7. And we got to find the corresponding number. So let's go back here. Let's go learn. Let's hit the buttons. 9536 is the MIDI assigned with it. So beat jump pad 7, 9536 is here. And so once we find that, we want to delete it. So we're going to hit delete. That's going to delete that programming. We're going to go back into deck. We're going to go here. We're going to go to learn again. And then we are going to touch that button again. So now that we did that, there's no pop-up. There's no pop-up that popped up. We can go back into here and you could see that now that I'm pushing this button, the instrument isolation is popping up. You could see it up here popping. It's mapped. So that's MIDI mapped now. So we need to do that for the vocals and the drums. So we're going to go to vocals. We have learn on, so it's learning while we're pushing on our controller. We're going to tap that second button there, and then we're going to go back in. We're going to find beat jump pad 6. 9535 is what we're looking for. So we're going to go here. We're going to go beat pad 9535. We're going to delete that. Okay, we're going to go back to deck, and then we are going to tap on the pad we want to map. So this is the pad we want to map. And so now you can see it actively responding. And when you look in here, you can see the vocal is now turning off and on, toggling off and on. So now we want to do the last one is the drums. We want to click on the drums, leave that learn button on. We're going to tap on the pad we want to map. We see this pop up, beat jump pad 5, 9534. So we're going to go back into pads. We're going to go beat jump. We're going to find this beat jump pad 5. Beat jump pad 5, 9534. We're going to delete that. Okay, go back to deck, leave this learn on, and now we're going to tap that button we want. And inside of the program now we can see the drums is actually responding now. So now that we have that mapped, we could turn learn off. Let's turn that off. Let's close. And if you ever need to reset any of this stuff, you want to just hit this default up here. Default. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to export this. I'm going to put stems / beat jump, and then I'm going to save that. So I will put this file on our Music Gear Monday website where you could download it and utilize it. So we got that all taken care of now. So now we can use these stem sections here. So that's how you map the RX3 to use stems from Rekordbox. It's a little bit of a task, but I feel like it should be pretty easily accomplished. If you want to skip all that and just download the mapping and import it into your settings, I'll leave a link in the description below for that. As far as quality goes, it really depends on the tracks you're mixing. If there's a lot of instruments over a lot of vocals, a lot of drums, obviously it's going to be harder to separate a lot of that stuff. But this is a fun feature to have. It's fun to play around with. It gives you a lot of options for mixing in and out of parts. Let me know if this is a fun feature. Is this something something you will utilize? Do you think the Serato version or the Rekordbox version is better? Put it below and we'll keep the conversation going. That's going to be it for Music Gear Monday this week. I'm Carl Carell. We'll catch you guys here next week. Peace. Shout out to our sponsors today, Crate Connect Digital Record Pool, providing tons of new music, new releases, hundreds of different genres and chart-topping hits, everything and anything, instrumentals, acapellas, Latin, moombahton, techno, dance hall, even country music. So if you're a DJ and you want to spruce up your music library, this is a great tool to utilize. The price is just right, with different options from 30 days, 90 days, and 180 days. With high resolution audio, this is a great option for anybody wanting to expand their DJ library. They even have a clothing shop. This one's my favorite. Make sure to hop on over, check out Crate Connect. I will be putting a link in the description below, which will include a discounted price. So make sure to hop on that while it lasts.